stormed downtown Chicago, but the troops were there to stop them. Oh, look at this guy. Is he gonna get arrested? No, they're just trying to move him off the street. Yeah, they are getting justice, all right, in the form of a crowd-controlled smoke bomb. Is he gonna throw it? They're saying not to. They're saying they're peaceful, but they won't listen. They're peaceful, but here they are, going straight at law enforcement. Look, they won't leave. They're screaming at them. They're trying to defuse the bombs. This is crazy. This doesn't even look like America. Look, that thing just blew up. Look at these screaming lunatics running away. And these people are even wilder at night. Watch this.
Unlawful assembly! You're blocking a thoroughfare! Get off the road! Or I will arrest you all!
Ooh, please do it. Please arrest somebody.
Get out of the road! Troopers, push them this way off that. Form a skirmish, push them onto the sidewalk.
Oh, here comes the skirmish. Should have listened. Oh, this is out of control. They were warned. They were warned. And they're just supposed to get onto the sidewalk. These people don't have brains that work properly. Just be peaceful and obey. I also don't see how this is helping the cause of illegal immigrants who shouldn't even be in America. If anything, it just makes people want more deportations watching this nonsense.
Get on the street!
Disgusting. These rioters are disgusting, man. These people, all they can do is scream. They scream so much they can't even think. That's why they're out here in the middle of the night. They got no job, they got no future the next morning, so they just come out here and altercate with police.
You are state officers. You're supposed
Oh, you hear
to
this?
be here for us. We are people of the state.
People attacking us!
Does this feel right? Who are you protecting?
So, the number one complaint of these sanctuary mobs is that their police that they pay taxes to are not out there on the front lines with them against the federal government. Watch this. Listen to them yelling at their own cops. Their own cops who got tear gassed because of the antics of these rioters.
They don't give a about you either! Why are you protecting them?
Come on, man.
They want them to fight
Come
ICE.
on, man. Y'all, you know that was up. Y'all
They
know that
think
was
that the cops are supposed to be their private
know that was
militia. These cops, man. I feel bad for them. They are on the wrong team in Chicago because they're not on the team of the mob.
Wake up!
Y'all don't get, none of us get paid enough for this.
See?
Arrest ICE.
Wake up!
Do your job, arrest ICE.
Arrest ICE.
Wake up!
And apparently in this video, one of those lunatics was using their vehicle here, draped in a Mexican flag as a weapon to try and stop ICE. This is dangerous and frightening. Look at these activists with their cameras getting right in the faces of these agents who are armed to the hilt. They have to be. Look, here's the woman. This is terrible, man. Just the way they scream at ICE and yell. These guys are targets on the middle of the street in a sanctuary. Someone could try and use their vehicle to harm them as they drive by. That would be a total nightmare situation. Hopefully it doesn't happen.
23, they're illegally arresting me. I did nothing wrong.
23 years old, throwing your life away by fighting the federal government. That is so stupid. She wouldn't get in the car. Who's this guy?
I hear you, sir. I'm gonna take your car someplace. You'll know what he did. Give me a car. All right.
We need you to back up. All right. This is an active law enforcement.
I understand that, sir.
So I'm gonna.
This guy's gonna get
I
arrested.
am going to do that, sir.
Everyone here's an agitator.
All right. I'm going to do that. I'm just letting her know. All right. I'm gonna take your car, and you let me know. We'll get it.
They're destroying the city, man.
I know.
Well, who's this woman? Oh, she just came over and got in the situation?
On the sidewalk.
It just keeps spiraling.
Stay off the sidewalk.
I'm not doing
On the
anything.
street, stay off the
They're the ones that
sidewalk.
are harassing me. Right. It's okay. Don't let them.
These people are crazy.
That's what they want.
Look at these people.
It's okay.
If city leaders allowed the situation to continue while knowing that people were being harmed, then they have failed their duty. They have failed their duty. That kind of failure should be investigated. Anyone who ignores their responsibility should face legal consequences. There has to be consequences. Yeah, and what's happening in Chicago is truly heartbreaking. Yeah, people are destroying their own city, their own neighborhoods, ladies and gentlemen, the very place that they live. How can anyone defend this? It's painful to watch. A once beautiful city falling apart like this. It's crazy.
But let's hear an Antifa sympathizer tell us how to escape ICE custody.
So hey, if you get illegally detained by people impersonating federal officers, they're probably going to do something really dumb and incompetent, and they're going to use zip ties from Home Depot to secure your wrists after they pin you to the ground and while they're trying to load you in a van, right? And to avoid going to the second location, I don't have a proper full-size zip tie, but the same principle applies. And I learned this in a SEER class a couple of years ago. So they'll secure you like this in front or behind, okay? Usually behind. But all you want to do is come out as far away from your body as you can and jerk against your ribcage.
Okay.
And they just come
really?
off. And like,
yes.
Okay, so if you're behind, if they get you behind like this, which they probably will, you have a lot less range than if you're a fat person.
Look at this guy. This guy's like a law enforcement expert.
Snap against your rib cage, and they come right apart.
Do they now? Speaking of protesters, look at this. Look at this interview in Chicago right here.
What's going on out here?
Right now we're
Mr.
just
Cam Higbee.
organizing stuff, getting ready for tomorrow.
What's going on tomorrow?
More of the protesting.
Well, what does the protest entail?
We're trying to get ICE to leave and stuff because they're just starting all kinds of issues.
And so I have a question for you. I know you.
Yeah.
From Seattle. What are you doing in Chicago?
This guy is a professional protester. He's here, and he was protesting in Seattle, and now he's been caught in Chicago. Look at that. There's nothing organic about people screaming, "Get ICE out of our communities," when they're in the community from somewhere else.
Get out here.
Wait, I recognize you.
Yeah.
These guys are not that bright.
I came down here a little bit ago with one of my friends
At least he's honest.
More protests in different areas.
All the way from Seattle, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
And we didn't just come here.
Protest tour.
We were in California for a little bit, New York, and me and my friend did the No Kings Day rally.
How can you guys afford to travel so much?
Good question.
He has a good job, so
cool.
Yeah.
He flies you out?
Yeah.
Cool. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Who's his friend with the good job? You know what this is? These are like groupies that follow a rock band and follow their national tour, except they're following the Antifa rioting tour across America. That's terrible. How come these people aren't in jail? How come they can go to all these different protests and just be camping out with lawn chairs in a different city every week? This is just awful.
And in Chicago, hundreds of National Guard members could be on Chicago's streets at any moment now.
Yeah, we need them real soon,
So we are watching
man.
for that development. And the city is facing anti-ICE riots and a fresh set of alarming crime numbers. Just this past weekend, 30 people were shot.
Wow.
However, Democrats in that
place.
state seem more focused on going after President Trump and trashing him and federal agents than
He's
finding
their enemy.
Trump and the thuggery that his agents have brought has actively made us less safe.
We are signing an executive order
there.
aimed at reining in this out-of-control administration.
Oh,
the
my
order
gosh.
establishes ICE-free zones. That means that city property and unwilling private businesses will no longer serve as staging grounds for these raids.
And just a short time ago, you heard from...
Okay, before we continue on this officer's vest, These are the real handcuffs. You are not breaking out of these with some Antifa TikTok tutorial.
Time a gangland hit was put out on Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino. Federal prosecutors say Juan Espinoza Martinez, who they describe as a ranking member of the Latin King street gang, solicited the murder of Bovino. They presented Snapchat messages reading $2,000 for info on Bovino, $10,000 to take him down, emojis, and a notation LK for Latin Kings on him.
You now have Antifa rioters teaming up with dangerous criminal gangs in America for the purposes of eliminating specific members of law enforcement. That is absolutely disgusting.
Part of Operation Midway Blitz. Greg, good to have you with us, and we're glad that everything is okay. This Juan Espinoza Martinez
is
now in jail, but not before he sent out a Snapchat message with your photograph on it. And the message is 2K on info on you and 10K if you take him down. This would appear to be emblematic of the threats that CBP and ICE are facing in so many cities across America.
Well, Sandra and John, thanks for having me. It is indeed emblematic of what our brave law enforcement officers and agents are facing across the nation. Here in Chicago, I was mildly surprised that there was a bounty. I was a little disappointed that it was only $12,000. But on a more serious note, that was an illegal alien that was comfortable enough living here in the United States, an illegal alien gang member, to put a bounty out like that. And when we look at what the governor or the mayor are talking about, they are the reason that gang members feel comfortable enough to do something like that. It's amazing.
And it's extremely scary. And he's 100% right. The mayor of Chicago, the governor of Illinois, they're the ones that make these illegal alien gang members running criminal organizations in their city and state feel comfortable enough to say, hey, we're going to go eliminate a Border Patrol officer. We're going to eliminate a specific person. We're going to pay money for that. This is just absolutely ridiculous. And now, thankfully, they arrested that guy, and it looks like he's going to get deported. It's so dangerous and so lawless that if what's happening in Chicago isn't dealt with, the rest of America is at risk. That's what I think. What do you think? Thank you so much for watching.
People have the right to protest, but that right comes with responsibility. Yeah. And it doesn't mean that you have the right to block roads, destroy properties, or even hate others. No. Because, ladies and gentlemen, when those things start happening, it's no longer a protest. It becomes a riot. And riots aren't about free speech or justice. They're about chaos and destruction. Yeah. Because real change happens through peace, never through violence. It's never through violence. Never. And you wonder, who is even paying for all this? Who's paying for this kind of behavior? Because it's hard to see people doing this kind of stuff for free. It's not believable. It's not believable, ladies and gentlemen. Because this looks too organized to be just random. It looks too organized. Someone has to be funding and directing it from behind the scenes. Definitely, there has to be some guys whose hands are in the gloves. Some folks behind the scenes. And what's even more frustrating is that you rarely see this being reported on mainstream media. Wonder why? It's crazy. They won't even show the footage or talk about what actually happening on the scene. As long as if it doesn't fit their narrative, they won't push the stories. They just don't. They kind of like to keep people in the dark. It's terrible. Yeah, very terrible. And another shocking thing is that those people, when they are arrested, those protesters, it seems like they are quickly released from prison. It's crazy. When they are arrested, a few hours later, they are back on the streets again. No real punishment. And some even, they may have even their records being cleared like nothing ever happened. Isn't that crazy? Because there are people who have been arrested over like 20 times and they are still walking free. Can you imagine? And it's not even a joke. It's not a joke. This kind of behavior is tearing the city apart. It's tearing the city apart. Ladies and gentlemen, let us be honest. Peaceful protesters don't block ambulance. They don't trap innocent people in traffic. They don't. They don't. That's not being peaceful. That's being dangerous and selfish. Very selfish. Because remember, like I said, true protest is about change. It's not about chaos. It's not about chaos. Yeah. And what we are seeing is more than politics here. It's actually a spiritual warfare. Yeah. When people act with hatred, with rage, it shows that something darker is at work. Something darker is at work. Yeah. Evil twists minds, blind people's hearts so that they don't see truth anymore, so that they can even justify destruction. So crazy. But hey, at least there's hope though. Through truth and prayer, we can bring change, we can bring freedom from within. And it is my greatest desire that God's light will shine over America so that people will turn away from their sins and seek the face of God and find true salvation and purpose and a life full of fulfillment that is found in Jesus Christ. Well, folks, if you enjoyed this one, be sure to click on the next one.